today we're in the Sims 4 again doing another build video, but today I'm doing part 2 of building a barn in the Sims 4. So I did part 1 a few weeks ago and it was before the pack came out, and so I wanted to see how hard it was to build a barn before the pack and then versus afterwards, because before the pack came out we had like 4 farming items, I think it was, when I searched up farming. And with that video I just used any pack, it wasn't straight to just base game or something, it was any pack to create the look. Like the inside and stuff was easy, but the outside I struggled with a bit because I was like, what do I put up here? There's nothing farming wise to do. It was more like a modern style barn. With this one, it's more of a, obviously it's a brick barn, obviously, instead of the red tin barn that I made last time. And it's obviously got a thatch roof because I was trying to use primarily just the pack and not base game, but obviously you had to kind of incorporate base game. So one of the first major differences was I had to use a different wall height. So I prefer to only build in short wall height because I hate how tall, anything other than short wall height, anything that short wall height looks like. Like if you saw my renovation with Courtyard Oasis, I was like just complaining because I was like, I hate this wall height because I had to build into wall height for the doors. I had to do this time as well because the only big door that I have in the pack is the medium wall height one, and it kind of looks like a barn door, not fully, but it kind of gives that aesthetic. Last time for part 1 I used a snowy escape door kind of thing, so so that's why I had to use a different wall height, and so it kind of pissed me off, but we move. And so that also meant I had to change the entire layout of the house. Originally my idea was to keep the exact same layout, just in the inside, just to see how it looks, but this time I had to change it because obviously taller wall height means longer stairs, which means it takes up more space in your build. So I ended up doing a different shape of the stairs instead of just having the straight ones I had originally. I think they were straight originally, I remember. And then I had to change where the kitchen and the living room was. I think the dining room was around the same space. I don't know. But that was basically it. It was just, and then I think I made it a bit bigger. It's a bigger layout, tiles, wider, there's more tiles in the build. Yeah, it's a longer barn than I think the first one, just because of the layout having to change because of the wall height, but it's fine. And then I still kept the door as a side door as the main entrance kind of thing. And my original plan was just to make it the same layout, blah blah blah, have a loft. I actually have a proper loft this time. The first time I did it, I messed up the roofing, and so the roof was coming through the upstairs, and I didn't want to, I couldn't be bothered to fix it, so it wasn't. So I ended up just adding windows to the loft, so it looked so it was still that kind of feeling of a loft, because barns, you obviously have the upstairs so they can cover the whole, some barns have lofts, I don't know. But this time I did the roof properly, so we have a proper loft. Yay. And yeah, one thing I also struggled with was I just really struggled with the layout basically. And just finding where to put stuff. The bedroom is a lot bigger than the original bedroom in the part 1. So I was I end up hitting a chessboard. So that is probably good because there's more stuff for the sim to do. It's like a 1 or 2 sim house basically. And then for the walls, in my original build, I had the same walls on the inside and outside because obviously a barn, you would have that. Like it's just one layer kind of thing. But I had like white, and like the outside was red and the inside I thought they might have painted it white because it's like a renovated barn, not. But this time I changed the brick from the inside and the outside. It's still brick, both sides, but because I'm thinking it's a different type of barn because I feel like brick barns might be a bit more sturdier, so you would have more layers of walls, so you might have a different. I don't know. That was just my thinking. And then obviously it's just this pack with a bit of base game, instead of all around everything. So I found the inside for both houses were pretty much the same. For the outsides, it was kind of like you had more farming stuff, and so I think, I went down more of a farming route. For I've still got, if you compare them, you'll see like what I mean. It's not as like for the original build, it's more like outdoor activities, but this time it's more just primarily farming stuff. What is just primarily farming stuff? Because we obviously had that stuff now, but then at the same time, while I was doing it, I was like, would they actually have all this farming stuff if it's a renovated barn? But it is what it is. So right now I'm just doing the upstairs. Obviously, I just filled up the space with random things. Obviously, I was thinking it's going to be the same size as the original, but it wasn't, so you got to add more stuff in. I just ended up putting random crap everywhere just to fill up that space because it was a bit bigger than my original build. I probably could have made it 2 bedrooms or something, but it's done now, so we're stuck with this. That was it. It was like, obviously you're gonna find making the shape the same because we've got the same walls. It was just is it easier to create the aesthetic of a barn kind of thing. But like original build, I had like a pond, and now we actually have like stuff to make a proper pond. Obviously, instead of using like bits to create a circular pond, like we originally had to do, now we can actually just make like a circle shape. So the outside, I couldn't remember how the back exactly looked, but I was like looking at photos with the front, and I was trying to create the front kind of same look as I did, so see how much easier it was to create the same kind of style. Obviously, it's 2 different styles of barn because you've always got this country old style versus the modern middle style. I feel like I'm just remembering what names. But it is easier to make a pond now, at least. It doesn't take as long. It's always a bonus. But yeah, we've just got the outside left now. I end up adding like this weird like hay bale bit out front, like a seating area with a barbecue, because I didn't know what else to put there. So I did actually probably struggle a bit with the outside just to find stuff, obviously, because I was limited to only having base game and the pack, and there's not as much there isn't as much just random stuff on the outside now. It's primarily just plants and farming, which it's a barn, so it was definitely easier, obviously, to build, create the outside compared to the original, but I wasn't like, what do I do? What do I put out here? No, yeah, so right now I'm just making the weird culty area. I was just like, what am I gonna put here? I've got like a little bike. I actually really like that bike that they added to the game now, and it's base game, so anyone can use it. Because I really like the university one, which is something cute to have, you know. Again, I didn't know what to put next to the door. Like in the original build, I was just like, what did I put here? So I think I had more stuff in part 1 next to that front kind of door. Like it's obviously not at the front, but it's the main entrance. With barn doors, I don't want as the front doors. I just kind of want that, like it's an old barn, so you have the same barn doors, and then the people have renovated it to add this other side door. So I'm just adding tons of plants now just to create that look. And then so the outside now, instead of having like, you know, you've got the farming bit, and then you've got this other like random section where you section of the backyard where you just got random stuff. It's just farming. So I've got like 2 of the what are they called? Cow sheds things, and then 2 chicken coops, and then obviously you've got the planters. I had those in the original, but it was like the box planters instead of now we've actually got these proper like farming ones, which are really good. And so yeah, like the backyard is just a farming area, and now I've got like a table and chairs next to like the oak tree. That's about it. So I think I'm gonna wrap it up here. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed part 1 and part 2, and I will see you soon with another video.